Hello, everyone. Oh, there's some interesting sounds coming from somewhere. Not mad at it. Good evening. I'm so happy you're all here. I'm Raina. My pronouns are she, her, and welcome to yoga class. We'll get started in a few minutes. And tonight's class is a Vinyasa foundations class, which if you haven't been here before, essentially just means we will be, well, I will be trying to break a sweat myself personally, but overall we'll be kind of taking things at a slightly faster pace than some of my more slow flow or like mellow flow style classes, and looking to just build some foundational strength, work into some what I consider foundational movements, and just kind of go from there. Specifically, we're going to be looking into something called the Archer's Vinyasa, which is one of my personal, sorry, I'm just trying to mute people. Let's see. Working. Anyway, we'll be looking into the Archer Vinyasa, which is part of the Awakening Yoga series, and it's one of my favorites. And it has to do with just like twisting a lot of, sorry, if you're unmuted, could you mute yourself, please? It has to do with twisting and just a lot of kind of hip flexor focused things. I think it's gonna be fun. I would recommend having some blocks. Your girl got some new blocks. These are some of my favorite. If you're ever in the market for blocks, these are the Manduka recycled foam blocks. You can see they're super sturdy and not like squishy. And they have lots of fun colors, which I also appreciate. So some blocks, and we'll be doing some knee spinning, like a little pivoting on our knees. And so having a blanket available will be helpful if you're like me and you have just like more tender knees. I think that's it. If you see me at any point walk towards the screen in the first 10 or so minutes of class, it's just to let people in. And finally, cameras are totally optional. So please, I had someone ask and I realized I don't ever address this, but you are totally welcome to have your camera on, your camera off. The choice is absolutely yours. My one true hope is that you just feel comfortable, comfortable enough to try some new things, to wobble, to just kind of explore the practice in a way that feels really safe for you tonight. And with that said, we'll get started in just a minute and a half more. So have some water nearby, have any kind of comfy things for Shavasana nearby, and we'll get going. Don't feel like it's too dark. I don't know where you all are in the country, but in Idaho, it stays light till around 9:30, which I actually really like, until August when I'm complaining about it and I want fall. Okay, beautiful. So this evening, we're gonna get started on our backs. So you can go ahead and lie all the way down onto your back. If your mat is perpetually dirty like mine, it's okay. But come all the way onto your backs. Your knees can be bent or your legs can be extended. The choice is yours, whatever helps you feel most comfortable. Allow your eyes to close and your hands can just rest on the ground, or if it feels comfortable to rest them on your tummy, you can do that. Just taking a little time here to settle in, to arrive to this evening's practice. And for many of us, it's the kind of end of our days in some ways. And so just taking a little time to kind of draw back the bits and pieces, the kind of energetic scattering of self that often happens during the day. So reeling everything you can back in. Feeling yourself get a little heavier, a little closer to the earth. Reminding yourself you always have space to adjust and readjust because it is your time, it is your practice, and it is your body. And so please take what you need and leave what you don't. Taking a moment here just to give a little gratitude. First to this practice, yoga, the lineage that we practice from, or at least that I teach from, is the Southeast Asian, the Indian lineage. So just giving a little thanks there, being part of this practice, being allowed to be here, and doing so with respect. Giving gratitude to the land that we're on, all the people, all the energies that are allowing us to be here peacefully, to exist presently. And a little gratitude for space in your life to come to your mat and to be able to work through your shit, to sit with yourself, to step away from things that are bothering you for a moment, or maybe to really live within them. Because again, it's your time. The world's been really heavy lately, and it's important to acknowledge those things, and also to acknowledge that you also deserve time to heal and to be with yourself, because when we heal, we can do more for other people. And so really just giving yourself the space to be present here. And with your next exhale, try to clear your body out. Draw a nice big breath in through your nose. And take a big sigh, exhale. A few more like that. Inhale through your nose. And a nice big sigh, exhale. One more deep breath in. And a big sigh out. Good. And very slowly, if your legs are extended, bring the soles of your feet to the earth, bending your knees. And then we'll start to draw our knees towards our armpits or towards your chest, whatever feels comfortable and available. Bring your hands behind your thighs, or maybe to the tops of your shins. Again, just seeing what's an option for you this evening, and starting to rock a little side to side, just a little ball shape. You can keep your eyes closed still. You can roll some circles over the lower back, thinking about circling your knees maybe to accomplish this, going both directions if you can. Good. And releasing your hands from your legs, extend your arms out to a T, and coming into a nice little supine twist, drop your legs to the left, and your legs can stay stacked. You can extend them. It's really any twist you want right now. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here. And slowly bringing your legs back to the center, maybe dragging them along the earth, or kind of rolling them through the sky, and then dropping them to the other side. Arms stay extended, legs any shape that feels good. A few rounds of breath here. One more. Good. And slide your legs back to center. Draw your knees towards your armpits. You can wiggle your hips around to kind of feel more centered on the mat. And bring your hands behind your thighs one more time. Begin to blink your eyes open, making some eye contact with your ceiling. Taking your space back in. And we're going to make our way up into a seat-ish, and you have a couple of options. You can rock forward and back like a little ball across your spine, or you can release your hands and gently press yourself up. I'm going to choose to rock today because I just think it feels rad, but we'll meet at a seat in 3, 2, and 1. Come on up to a seat, feet plant on the floor, knees are bent. If you use your hands to help you come up, bring your hands back behind your thighs. Take a moment here. See if you feel centered on your butt. If you don't, you may need to rock a little side to side. Use your hands to help pull the flesh out. I feel so much more balanced now. Good, so bringing your hands again behind your thighs. Start to get a nice grip there. Lift your heart up. Hug your belly in. Think about lifting the sides of your body. They may not actually go anywhere, but we want that energetic lift. And then start to slide your hands down your thighs as you lean back. And there's going to be a moment where you feel that kind of like catch. And that's what we want. A little bit of a catch in the belly, in the core area. You can stay just like this, or you can see how it feels to extend your arms. Just gently warming up the core here. So we don't need to come into a full boat pose. Good. Staying right here, or see how it feels to peel your toes back towards your shins and press your heels into the earth. For 3, 2. Good. And with 1, drop your hands to the earth on the sides of your bodies. Fingers can face whatever direction they want. They can face back, to the sides, forward, whatever feels most natural. Press your feet to the ground and then press your hips towards the sky. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower your booty back to the earth. Bring your hands back up behind your thighs and find your little version of boat pose. So leaning back, maybe arms extend. Maybe you come onto the heels for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Feet come down, press your hips up for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips, last round here. Hands can come wherever your boat pose is, just coming right into it for 3. Heart stays lifted for 2. Last one. Good, hands come down, hips press up for 3, 2, and 1. Hips come down, cross right ankle in front of left, cross leg seat, Sukhasana, and fold forward. Hands can come to your blocks or the earth in front of you. You can rock a little side to side. And coming up, either bring your hands behind your body and lean back, or see how it feels to balance on your booty as you switch the cross of your legs. Choop. And fold forward. So left leg is in front this time. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. 2 options here. You can roll over your ankles, and that may be easier if you come into your most natural way, or you can flip your feet around. We're going to come into a standing forward fold. So whatever this looks like for you, hands come to the earth, toes tuck, press your hips up, walk your feet wide. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be super fluid, but bend your knees, wiggle your booty, make space for your tummy in between your legs. And then grab your elbows with your hands and gently sway side to side. It doesn't matter how you get to this shape, as long as we all get here. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing that sway
letting it dissolve as you come back to center. Release your hands down and grab your blocks. Place them under your hands. And again, you may not need blocks, but I just am always going to generally cue with them. So, modulate for yourself. But pressing your hands into your blocks, lift your heart, find a halfway lift, and stay here. Draw your belly towards your back, bend your knees, and then start to swivel your hips side to side. Now, this can be really fluid feeling, bending your knees and really kind of swiveling, or it can be a little bit more down the middle, a little bit more linear. It's a personal choice, but I'm always going to go for the swiggly kind of sway. Heart staying lifted. And coming back to the center, keeping those knees bent though. Take an inhale. Think about cow pose here. So extra arch in the back, pull your heart forward. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest and curl your tailbone towards your belly button. Good. Inhale, find cow pose. Exhale, cat. 3 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. For 2, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Good. Come back to neutral, hands pressing into your blocks. We're kind of in like a tabletop shape here. It's what I'm evoking or trying to. And slide your hands onto your thighs and start to walk your way up your legs and to standing. Slide your shoulders down your back. Adjust, readjust. Sweet. And if you have those tender knees like me and you haven't grabbed your blanket yet, grab your blanket because we're going to start that knee pivoting kind of action. So bring your mat to the center of your mat. Beautiful. Coming back to the top, feet about hips distance apart. Little bend in your knees, little wiggle of the hips. And with an inhale, circle your arms overhead, reach nice and long. And exhale, just release down. Arms back down by your side, excuse me. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Last one, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. This time, arms overhead, breath in. And exhale, fold forward, hands come down to your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right toes all the way to the back of your mat and lower your right knee to the earth. Maybe walk your hands in slightly. We'll take a few rounds of pulses here. So inhale, pull your heart through your biceps. Exhale, hips move back, half splits as your left leg straightens. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 3 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. For 2, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one, inhale, forward. And exhale, back, half splits. Good. Inhale, move back into your lunge. And as you exhale, just gently squeeze your legs in towards the midline, finding some substantial support here from the ground up. And when you're feeling nice and stable, bring your arms overhead, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, and take your time to readjust. So maybe widen your stance or make it a little more narrow. Find that length in the sides of your body. Drawing your belly up and away from the earth and your thighs. If contact is still happening, that's fine. We want that energetic lift of your core. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward for a twist here. Good. 3 rounds of breath. Trying to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, untwist arms overhead. Good. Drop your left hand to the base of your skull. Left forearm kind of supports your head. Right hand drops back to your right leg. or your right hip. And just start to press your hips forward, heart moves towards the sky. This is not gonna feel, or it's not gonna look like a big motion, but it's probably gonna feel like a big motion. For 3, 2, big breath in. Exhale, return your spine to neutral, both arms extend overhead. Good. We're gonna soften out of this left thigh right now. So take an inhale. Exhale, half splits. Hands come down, left leg straightens to hold, left toes peel towards the earth. You can internally and externally rotate from your left hip. Just seeing how that feels. Good. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. And coming forward, rebending that left leg. Plant your right hand to the earth. Right hand firmly plants to the earth. And we're going to come into this little pivoting move. It's one of my favorites. It's going to be a little sticky for y'all at first, probably, but it'll smooth out really quick. And so coming into a side plank here, start to slide your left foot either really wide, or maybe you slide it straight back. Right knee pivots. So your foot's kind of just somewhere in between 90 degrees and in the middle. And left arm extends towards the sky. So side plank, this is a beautiful version. Press your right thumb into the earth really strong. Right index finger presses in, and then start to externally rotate from your shoulder. So you have a corkscrew motion. So you might look like, if you want to look at my arm, going from here to here. Press in, lift your belly. Maybe left foot floats up for 3. For 2. And then with as much control and grace and elegance as possible, start to bring that left foot back up to its lunge position. Good, left hand comes down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and a big step or multiple steps up into your forward fold. Taking a moment here. And if you don't remember anything we just did, that is totally fine, because I do in theory. Good. So starting with our left foot this time, step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, lower your left knee, walk your blocks in a little bit, and readjust as we pull. So take an inhale, pull your heart forward, right knee bends. Exhale, hips back, half splits. Good. Inhale, forward lunge. Exhale, back, half splits. Good. 3 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. For 2. And 1. Good. Move back into your lunge. And then again, start to readjust. So pull all your energy into the midline, finding your grounding energy coming from your feet or from the earth all the way up through your legs. And when you're feeling stable, arms come up, low lunge. Taking a few rounds of breath here and finding our power in this position. Legs are nice and strong, hugging inward. Belly lift, sides of the body lift, shoulders soften. For 3, 2. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward for 3. Soften your shoulders for 2. And 1, inhale. Exhale, return to center, arms overhead. Good. Right hand drops down to the base of your skull. Right forearm kind of supports the head here. Left hand drops down to your hip or your thigh. Start to press your head into your forearm. Heart moves towards the sky. It's going to be really easy for some people kind of like drop into their hips here. I'm inviting you to really engage your core, squeeze your legs towards each other for 3, 2. Big breath in. Exhale, spine comes to neutral, arms extend overhead. Inhale. Exhale, drop your hands down, move your hips back, half splits, right toes peel off the earth. Blocks walk in. Little internal, external rotation from the hip if you'd like. For 3, 2. Good, and 1. Start to walk forward. Bend your right knee. Good. Coming into this side plank movement, left hand plants to the earth. Drive your left index finger and left thumb into the ground. And then start to slide your right toes back, back, back. Maybe slide your hand in a little bit. And then, right arm reaches towards the sky. I'm getting all twisted up. And then find that power. Lift your core. Lift the sides of the body. Find that corkscrew motion in your arm. So pressing into the inner line of your left hand and externally rotating from your shoulder. Maybe you lift your right foot. For 3. For 2. Gosh, this side is so much harder. And 1, channeling our, inner ballerina or something like that. Start to bring your right foot all the way back to its starting position. I like to try to be as quiet as possible. It's just fun for me. Hands come down to your blocks or the earth. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step or steps up, forward fold. Good. With an inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms out, bring yourself up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, arms down by your side. Take a few rounds of breath. Just kind of letting that all digest. And so I hate when teachers say this, that was the warm up, but that was kind of our warm up in the sense that it is preparing us for what we're about to do next. And so you're going to see some familiar movements in our next sequence, but it's going to be slightly different. The beauty is what we just did, you can always kind of go back to if physically the next sequence is just feeling a little out of reach today. So feet about hips distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. With an inhale, reach your arms overhead and exhale, arms by your side. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Draw that big circle around your body. Exhale, arms by your side. Last one. Inhale, arms up and exhale, arms down. Good. Inhale, arms up and keep them there as you exhale. Beautiful. Start to lean your weight into your left foot. And you can keep your right toes on the ground, or you can float them as you step back into a crescent lunge. Bend both knees though. And so option here, if this is feeling a little out of reach, like I was saying today, drop that right knee to the ground, come into your low lunge. So taking a little time here in our crescent lunge, double bent leg. Hips nice and low, feeling both of our quads working, feeling our booty cheeks kind of lighting up a little bit. Draw your belly up, take an inhale. And as you exhale, left arm reaches back, right arm forward. For 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, return to center, arms overhead. Good. Drop your left hand to the base of your skull. Left forearm supports your head. Right hand comes down to your hip or your leg. Lift your heart towards the sky. Head moves into your forearm. For 3. For 2. And 1. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bring your spine to neutral. Both arms reach overhead. Right hand comes down to the earth. You can lower your right knee. And then side plank, swing your left foot around. Maybe lift your left foot up a little bit quicker this time. For 3. For 2. Slow, quiet, and controlled. Bringing that left foot back up into our lunge shape. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Press your right knee up with your fingertips, staying pressed to the ground for a twist here. For 3. For 2. And 1. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to straighten your left leg. It might not go very far, and that's okay. For 3. 2. And 1. Here comes a little bit of silly fun. Start to walk your right fingertips forward, slide your right toes in, and then maybe float or tap your right toes up and down off the ground for a little revolved half moon. For 3, 2, and 1. Right foot steps up, left hand comes down. Forward fold, head and shoulders hang nice and heavy. Taking a few rounds of breath here. And if that felt really messy, that's okay. There's so much fun in kind of smoothing things out, like doing things again and finding a little bit more ease in a transition or a little bit more stability. And maybe that doesn't happen this class. Maybe it doesn't happen until next time you try this or next time we practice together. And that's totally okay. That is the beauty of the practice and of repetition. So take an inhale, lift your heart and halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms overhead, bring yourself to standing. Exhale, arms by your side. Take 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, arms overhead. Nice, easy exhale, arms by your side. 2 more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Good. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, keep them there. Start to shift your weight into your right foot this time. And again, option to either slide or float your left toes back into our crescent lunge, bend both knees, or lower your knee if that feels a little bit more available today. And just finding our space here, finding our strength. 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, right arm reaches back, left arm forward for 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, untwist arms overhead. Right hand drops to the base of the skull. Forearm supports your head. Left arm comes down to your hip or your left leg. And then start to lift your heart. Press your head into your forearm. For 3, 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, come to center, arms overhead. Start to reach your left hand towards the ground. Lower your left knee. And then swing that right foot around, finding your side plank. Right arm extends towards the sky. Right foot can stay on the ground for 3, for 2, and 1. Slow and controlled. Right foot makes its way back to the top of the mat. Right arm is still reaching towards the sky. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee up. You can absolutely have a block under your hand. So this kind of more grounded twist for 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, try to straighten your right leg a little bit more. Open your heart for 3, 2. Good, a bit of wobbly fun here. Start to walk your left fingertips forward, walk your left foot in, and then maybe you float it, maybe you tap it, don't bark. For a revolved half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps up, right hand comes down, head and shoulders hang nice and heavy. Forward fold, take a few rounds of breath. Good. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Bring yourself up to standing. And exhale, arms by your side. Take a few rounds of breath. And we're going to do that one more time on both sides, and then we're going to wind down. So inhale, arms overhead, nice and slow. Exhale, arms by your side. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms overhead. Stay here. Exhale, step your right toes to the back of the mat. Good. Inhale to find your crescent lunge. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Big breath in. Exhale, return to center, both arms overhead. Good. As you inhale, drop your left hand down, right hand comes to your leg. Exhale, start to lean your head back, heart moves towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, come to center, right hand comes down to the floor, lower your right knee. Good. With an inhale, slide into your side plank. If I'm moving a little too fast for anyone, that's okay. It's not too fast. It's just your pace. We're going to meet in this side. It's not too slow. It's just your pace. Pardon me. We're going to meet in the side plank. 3 rounds of breath right here. Giving everyone a moment to pause. Not that this is easy. Good. 1 more breath. Good. Slow and controlled. Bring your left foot back up. Right hand stays on the ground or to a block. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Nice twist here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, straighten into your left leg for 3. Our next move is that revolved half moon for 2. So slowly sliding forward, breathing here, but just finding a breath that works for you. Maybe tapping, maybe right toes lift for 3, 2. Right foot steps up, left hand comes down, forward fold, 3 rounds of breath. With an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Bring yourself to standing. Exhale, arms by your side. Another 3 rounds of breath. I love this sequence because I feel like I'm gathering all the chaos that I experience in my day-to-day life and just like channeling it. So curious what it feels like for y'all too. If you want to share with me after class. All right, here we go. 3 slow overhead. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Last one, inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Getting into the flow. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left foot steps back. Good. Inhale, find your crescent lunge, bent knees. Settle in, exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Breath in. Exhale, return to center. Good. Inhale, right hand drops down, left hand comes to your hip. Exhale, heart moves towards the sky, gaze maybe shifts up. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, come through center, left hand comes down. Good. Inhale, swing it around, side plank, and we'll meet here. So any version of this, 3 rounds of breath, finding the ebb and flow of this sequence. Good. One more breath. Good. Start to bring your right foot back to its starting position. Left hand stays on the ground, or maybe you grab that block. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, take an inhale. Stay here, exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg or something a little straighter than what it was. 3, 2. Good. Moving towards some version of your revolved half moon, walking that left foot forward, left hand moves forward, and maybe you tap, maybe you float, maybe you say, fuck it, I'm not doing this. For 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps up, right hand comes down, forward fold, 3 rounds of breath. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead, come to standing. Exhale, arms by your side. Slide one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest, either to touch your body or to hover over it. Allow your eyes to close or soften your gaze for a moment. If you're locking your knees out, soften your shoulders. Maybe chin drops towards the chest a little bit. Just kind of collecting everything in. Good. And then just really slowly starting to deflate. So dropping chin to chest first, rounding your back, and just kind of rolling, folding forward. Once you reach the bottom, you can release your arms down to either your blocks or the earth. Good. And then just bend your knees enough to really firmly be able to plant your hands and step back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here. We have not done a single down dog this class, and so I thought I would offer one. Just pedaling your feet out, wiggling your hips. We'll be rocking a little forward and back, just seeing how your body feels. Taking about 3 more rounds of breath here. Good. And rolling forward, lowering your knees to the earth. Good. And then option to sit your hips back and just see how that feels. And if that's absolutely not happening right now, grab a block or maybe 2. Rock to your right, extend your left leg a little bit, and prop your blocks under your left butt cheek. Because I just want us to spend a little time with our hip flexor in a different shape. And so your left knee can stay bent, or you can see how it feels to extend it. but just kind of getting a little more comfortable in this seated shape. We'll take 3 rounds of breath here. If you're seated on both shins, stay there, breathe, see how you can adjust to make things a little bit more comfortable. Good, one more round of breath on this side. Good, and so if you're one leg and one leg like I am, we're just gonna switch sides. And so this time propping up our right booty cheek. So sitting back, right booty cheek onto it, right leg extends. And then just like letting the weight of the left side give a nice stretch to our left quad, a little bit to the left hip flexor. 3 rounds of breath here. Good. And we're all going to make our way onto our bottoms fully. So however you'd like to get there, come on to your booty. Extend your legs out in front of you and give them a little bit of a shake. Little side to side, rotate. You can even use your fists if your quads are feeling sore and gently just kind of pat into them. Feels good. Beautiful. And then take that time to pull the flesh out from under your body. Bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together, but a little bit wider. So we're not trying to get our heels as close as we can to our groin here. We actually want some space. Grab a block or maybe a blanket. Place it just across your feet. Any height will do. And then start to round your back, drop your head towards your block and see if you can rest your forehead onto your block. And you might need a second block, or it might not be happening today. And if it's not, you can just let your head hang there, no problem. Just super gentle here. And everyone's so different. So if you're not feeling a ton of sensation, it's truly okay. Not everything has to be like electric. And if you are feeling a ton of sensation, also okay. About 3 more rounds of breath here. Good. Making your way up, taking your time, removing those blocks from your feet, just placing them off to the side. Good. Hands drop behind your body, lean back, press your heart towards the sky. Just rock a little side to side. Good. And then take your feet wide and press your heels to the ground. I think they call this a gorilla stance, and just start to windshield wiper your legs side to side. And this can be a big movement with your legs kind of touching the ground, or it can be a bit smaller. Good. And next time your legs are moving left, let them drop. Let your right arm swing around and fold over your left leg. Soft little deer pose here. Your feet can be close to your body. Your left knee can be close to your right foot, or you can have a lot more space. Just depends on how you're feeling today. Two more rounds of breath on this side. Good. And coming up, right arm swings back around. Then we'll just make our way to the other side. So bring your legs through center and then drop them right. Let your left arm swing around. Just come right into that fold. Sometimes we overthink things. And obviously, if you're feeling any kind of like pinching or pain, readjust, bring things a little closer, try some different shapes. But a lot of times we just want to overthink the alignment of things. So I'm inviting you to soften, to be a little messier. Two more rounds of breath here. Good, and come back up. Bring your hands behind your body, legs, come to the center. And then bring your feet back to the center and lay yourself down onto your back. Taking a moment here just to really feel kind of down the middle. And then slowly extend your legs and reach your arms overhead. And if you don't quite have the space to extend your arms overhead, you can grab your elbows or your forearms. And just really reach through your fingers, through your toes. Find as much length as you can. You can grab onto your fingertips even. Maybe your back arches a little bit. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, start to gather things into the center. So slide your heels across the earth, draw your knees towards your armpits, and bring your hands around. Hands can come onto your legs. Finding that little ball shape, just rocking a little side to side. And if you'd like to come into a happy baby, feet face the sky, or soles of the feet face the sky. Knees come a little bit wider, and hands can stay behind your thighs, or maybe they latch on to the outsides of your feet. And if there's any other moves that you'd like to explore, this is kind of our last movement before Shavasana. So take a little time here. And begin to make your way into Shavasana when you're ready. Finding any shape, any Shavasana that supports your stillness. And so maybe you put something under your knees or roll onto your tummy. There's really no right way, as long as you're feeling like you can spend a little time with a still-ish body and maybe a quieter mind. And so as you arrive, allow your eyes to close, your breath to slow, and your body to heavy, to settle, and to really feel supported by the ground under you. And we'll spend a few minutes here just to be quiet, to be still, and to be with ourselves, which is really kind of the yoga. And so if you'll allow me to hold space for you a little longer, I will bring you out when the time comes. So enjoy your Shavasana, my friends.
And so just beginning to deepen your breath, knowing that if you have the time, you're more than welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you can. But if you're ready to bring some movement back into your body, you can start by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rocking a little side to side. Or just letting the depth of your breath bring some movement back into your body. Taking your time, honoring your transitions, and just slowly shifting your shape. So whatever shape you're in, finding a slightly different one. And taking a little time there. And then slowly using maybe the next 5 to 10 rounds of breath, just making your way back up to a comfortable seat. Any seat will do. Allowing your eyes to stay closed along the way or just closing them once you arrive. Really just giving yourself a little more time to sit in the efforts of your practice. Sliding one hand onto your belly, one onto the chest, touch, or to hover. And just feel your heartbeat. So even if you're not physically touching yourself, I think you can still feel that little bump bump. Feeling your breath move through your body. And feeling connected to yourself. Taking a moment to thank yourself for making space and for having the space to come to your mat this evening. A moment to thank your body for being wonderful. I encourage you to find as many moments as you can to just be in awe of yourself. And with a small bow of my head, maybe a small bow of yours, thank you all so much for being here this evening, for sharing your practice with me, and for letting me teach you. It is honestly like the light of my life, so thank you. And so it is perfect timing. And I will be here. If anyone has any questions about anything, feel free to hang around and ask. But if not, you're free to move on with your evening. So thank you again for being here. And yeah, keep an eye posted for the next class. It'll be next Thursday in the morning. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Oh. Thank you, friends. Okay. Yeah, so it's just if anyone has a question, most people have skedaddled by now, but no worries. If anyone here has a question, you're welcome to let me know. Okay, cool. Well, bye, Janie. Have a good night unless you have a question. All right, cool. Well, take care. Bye.